loved the outdoors and adventure, but it wasn't for the solitude that most people are seeking. It was his way to commune with the people and animals around him. He took us out as kids, as well as many of our friends and family, to share with us that connection. Going down in the canyon, out on the boat, into the desert or jungles, he wanted to share his love for the natural world with people so they could care about it just as much as he did. Sometimes he did love animals a bit too much, particularly the ones that didn't exactly love him back. Like that baby rattlesnake we kept in a soda bottle, or the baby skunk he saved from the side of the freeway. Picking up animals off the side of the road did work out great for our first cat by a spear, but maybe a skunk wasn't the best. Much like that skunk and rattlesnake, the exuberance and excitement did get us into trouble. The time we got caught in a king tide in Baja and had to walk across a flooded marsh at midnight, or that time that he lost the bail plug to the boat while his friend Mike reeled in a shark, comes to mind. But he always figured out a way to get out and keep us safe. During that king tide, I remember seeing fish swimming under the truck and him keeping the engine running all night so it wouldn't flood and we could drive out when the tide receded. With the shark, he handed me a bucket and we scooped water until the shark was caught, released, and we could drive away to drain the boat. Once, while driving to an abandoned mine in search of the rare gem wolfenite, we got stuck in the sand. Most people would get scared stuck in the empty desert, but he told me, walk out to the road and ask for help, and make sure they have four-wheel drive. A 7-year-old probably should not have gone on such a great The faith and optimism that he used to solve these sticky situations were a gift to everyone he met. No matter how hard or absurd the challenge, he would help however he could. Not that his methods always followed the rules. He definitely got banned from chaperoning my elementary school field trip because he transported 8 of us in his truck camper shell. It wasn't technically illegal, but it's also not seatbelt. However questionable or creative his methods, at least they always came from a desire to help, support, and understand. He was curious about the world and wanted to dive into the deep details of it. Whether that meant catching a snake and bringing it home to observe in a tank, or talking to every single stranger on the street, he took the time to learn, share a moment, and go where that process took him. Sometimes it was a bit infuriating, as it felt like constant distractions, unending to-do lists, and things that kept us from where we were supposed to go. But in the end, the process for him was more important than the product. He wanted most of all to make the people around him feel cared for and happy. That included everyone unconditionally, from the stranger on the corner who needed a jump or a tire change, to each of our family members who we spent all day running errands for, and the animals that didn't really need his help. He believed that compassion led to change, and this is why he made sure to tell me all the lyrics and stories behind every single Bob Marley song. He wanted to make sure I knew the history of what reggae meant and fought for. Music as the ultimate form of spiritual revolution. Despite his struggles, or perhaps because of them, he never let bitterness, despair, or anger rule his actions. He recognized that even those who falter could find hope the next day and were worthy of compassion in a moment of his time. He knew that joy and service to others were true wealth, and that to that end he would give anything he owned away just to brighten someone's day. As I think back upon all the lessons he taught me, I remember the phrase he always reminded me of that I said as a kid: "Papa, I won't have a lot of money, but I will be happy." In a world that values material wealth above spiritual richness, his influence was the counterbalance. Instead of asking, how will you afford that, or how will you support yourself, his ultimate question was always, will it make you happy? And I know he did not mean short-sighted happiness in a selfish way, but happy in a way that my actions, life, and work were in line with my values and made the world a better, more righteous, and less judgmental place. From him, I received an uncompromising moral compass, a love of nature, curiosity to listen and learn from everyone, no matter how small, and the faith to trust in myself and my spirit. To know I am able to live up to his righteousness and generous values, and how proud he was of me, Samantha, and every one of our family members fills me with joy, the best of his many qualities. So much of my own spark and sense of purpose comes from what he taught me. I will leave off the lyrics I wrote that were his favorites, the ones that made him cry when he first heard them, and I think show the love for us in the world and the peace he wished to spread and inspire. So if you knew my arms, and if you meet my God before I do, hold this in your heart. Let love live, my one and only truth. In honor of my father, Tony Michael Javier, remember that the love you have to give, the hope you carry, and the curious, playful spirit you possess. He always saw those things in everyone around him, and even in the hardest times, he never gave up on that light inside himself. May we all carry his love and brightness within ourselves, and when we shine brightest, be reminded that he is always with us.